Hey there, folks. Let's do a retro CSS battle. This is October 4th, 2024, and a really interesting particular shape, right? Like, this is not like kind of anything that CSS normally can do, right? We just don't have shapes that are this sort of. If this was a green rectangle with borders, it's warped in such a significant way that I don't know how I would do that, right? So let's see how far we can get just with backgrounds on the body. I have solved this before, but I did it with two two paragraph tags that were flipped across each other, and I was looking at that and I thought that's a crazy way to do that. So I don't remember doing it that way, but I would like to see, well, how would I do it? What can I do to make that work? So I'm gonna use the techniques that I would normally do. Do a circle radial gradient and see what would it take to do this. So let's do circle, transparent in the middle, and then this white color, and then I'm gonna put the dark color in here, dark green. So that's our first step, 1, 10, 20, and already we see there's an alignment issue. So that circle is not quite where we want it to be. That makes me think that what I'd like to do then, so I'm going to copy this. I'm going to say, let's go with a nested template, which unfortunately doesn't work the way we'd want it to in Firefox. Regardless, I'm going to do, let's see, what am I going to do? I'm going to set margins to put this in the right place. And I think because, yeah, there we go. So 21, 22. So I'm playing with these margins in such a way to try to sort out what do I need to do to make this work. 2, 3, 4. So, okay, so see what I'm seeing there. It's aligned very nicely at the top, but not at the bottom. So let's increase this number, 11, 12. And then I'm going to do a different number. How about 70%? How about 60%? I really just want to make sure that I center this correctly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0.6. Like I feel very skeptical about this. I don't know why exactly. I just do. So but I think that that circle is not centered. I think that's really the lesson that I feel like I'm seeing. So let's look at it with an at. So we'll do at 50%. Okay, what do we got? Sorry, I definitely am feeling the trickiness there. 100, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 2, 3, 4. So that looks dead on. So is the vertical, can I use this and say 50%, 154, 0, and have it work? No, I can't. So what's that number? Is it 2, 3? Well, if it's 154 and it's off, what if it's just 0? So it's probably what, 1 pixel. So it's, yeah, 1, 2, Okay, that's our step one. And what I want is the inner to be transparent. I don't want the whole inner to be transparent. I actually want to set a color in here, don't I? Yeah, okay, so this might be what I didn't do before. So yeah, so that's subtle to see. And I'm going to put the dark color here, like so. 40, 45. That looks good. Basically, I want to cover all that I can with this first color, this off-white, this E6, E9, E3. I would like to solidify that, and then everything else is going to come below that. So the question is, how few gradients can I work to make that happen? So now let's do a conic gradient. And I want clean edges, conic dash gradient. And we're going to say a from, and it's going to be like maybe 150 degrees or something. And then that color for less than 45 degrees arc, let's say 40 degrees, and then transparent. So can you see that? Cool. Okay. Will this work, and is that center correct? Because that's going to be the gotcha. 60. Yeah, so see how though that is not quite right. So that center at 50%. 50% is where it is now. So does it need to be higher or lower? 1, 2, 49, 48, 47, 46, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. And then, okay, I feel like that's getting closer. So if I play with these numbers, 56, then I might get something correct, maybe. So now let's make him come from a little higher, which would be less. 6, 5, 4, 3, 4. Let's use a number. 150 pixels and then go higher. 140. No, 150. 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63. That looks pretty good. And yes, we've got more work to do. So this is what we actually made. So now I think that I've blocked out all of the off-white. Now I need to block out all of the green. And because I'm, let's say, a masochist, is this going to be very similar, but with this dark color? But from a higher, because of the way the angles are working, the geometry, if I do that and then set this color and then raise it, yes, the answer is yes. So I'm gonna little higher. 2, 1, 40, 39. Yeah. So it's basically the same angle. Because these lines are parallel, the same conic gradient, but come with a different origin, a different at value, will do it. So if all of that is correct, then I can copy and paste this one, put the light green color here, put the dark green colors as at its edges, and increase these numbers 50, 110, and make sure to include your commas. Okay, so that's kind of the idea. Oh, and I need the 0, 4 pixels. I need this position to be the same. And it almost works. Okay, so that's 55. Wow. Okay. Okay, cool. I hope that's 100%. It is. I love it. Nice surprise. Some of these last ones, as I do the backlog of all the daily targets from the past, are pretty tricky and ones that I've never gotten to 100%. I have on this one, but I've never done this technique with it. So let's minify and unit replace and get that final score for this solution. Just to see that code. It is a better score than I've gotten in the past. And for reference, 6 months ago, this was the code that I wrote. So I've got display flex, I'm zeroing out all the margins, I've got radial gradients, complicated pixel values, circles, and that's just on one of them. And then I made a copy, flopped it over, and that's how I did it. But that's a lower score. So it's more complicated code. As complicated as this code is, this one here, this 38 seconds ago code is, I actually do understand it, and I feel like I understand this solution better, and it's more replicable, right? That principle of the conic gradient, 2 conic gradients, one in front of the other, to create these lines is kind of a nice effect. It's definitely one that I would like to use in either CSS illustrations or in a design. Like you could do ribbons or different kind of logos with something like this that seemingly would be impossible. Super fun effect. Anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate you taking a look at this and following along. Have a great day, and go make a webpage. Yeah, it's cool.